This isn't an easy tag to get, so I really want to put in the effort to find something good. My hope is to find something that's not a scrub buck. Downside is today's Thursday. I've only got Friday, Saturday to hunt before I gotta head home. So, Department of Wildlife, they're so nice to work with. And obtaining permits and everything. It was just pretty awesome. Too bad they can't help me find a deer. They can help you get the tag, but they can't help you fill it.
Before I go to Colorado to hunt, I first have a quick stop to make. I'm headed to Redmond, Oregon to visit my good friends Bob and Chris Beck and the MOA Rifle Factory. I'll be one of the first to get my hands on a new evolution right out of the box, and I'm gonna spend a couple of days learning the outer limits of long-range shooting.
$1,800 yards is just over 1 mile.
Then it's 20 hours east to hit rutting mule deer during Colorado's third season.
I've been struggling for the last few days. I'm gonna make the most of it. Spend today and tomorrow, see what I can find. Just sneak nice and slow. Keep my head about me.
I've only got 3 days to put my new rifle to the test. All through life growing up, I've never really been a good student. There's just something about the typical learning process that doesn't fit well with my personality. I'm all about hands-on. I'm one of those guys that likes to jump in full force and put myself into the learning scenario firsthand. If I can get my hands on it, then I can likely wrap my head around it. Try to teach me something I'm not into, and it will go in one ear and out the other. Long-range shooting is far from being a passion of mine, but after a long day of boredom in the classroom, I've got a gun in my hands, and I feel like I'm really starting to catch on.
Hey Tim, you ready to get the zero stop set on this thing?
Yeah.
So yesterday, how'd she shoot?
It shoots good. You know, it was cold, so I was shivering, so I felt like a lot of shooter error.
Yeah.
But then you took the gun out, and Bob took it out this morning.
Yeah.
He's like, Tim, I gotta come show you something. And there's like 2 bullets right. But I showed him mine, and mine were closer to his. So it's like,
There it is,
I know the gun shoots. So now it's just a matter of getting everything dialed and then operator error. Me learning the proper mechanics of long range shooting, because I can shoot. I mean, 200, 300, 400 yards. No problem, I feel comfortable there. But this is a whole new level, whole new ballgame. When you start talking 600, 700, 800 yards.
We're gonna be smack and steel with this gun with you at 15, 18, 2,000 yards. Okay, so now we're gonna get the zero stop set, and we got the shims in, so we'll put that back on there. And so you'll know it's like, well, okay, wait a minute, where's my zero? I don't even need to look. I go, okay, now it stops, so now I'm all the way down. Now I just look, zero. Remember, it is a tool, but it's a tool that you take care of it and you do what she needs you to do. It's gonna work for forever. Yeah, it's gonna make all those shots, and the gun is proving that it's way under a half-minute gun, and so through that you'll be able to go out and make some nice shots. And harvest some great animals with it.
We got some hunts lined up.
There you
as
go.
Well. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Cool. Thanks, Derek. I appreciate it, man.
Thank you very much.
With this long-range shooting being kind of new to me, after lunch, honestly, Mark and I were ready to pack it up and head for home. But Bob assured me that I would be able to get this rifle and hit at 1,000 yards.
Okay, I'm gonna jump on the spotter behind you, and I'm just gonna yell up to you.
Tell me where to go to.
Yep, I'm gonna give you the business, all right? Little high. Good windage. Good windage. We're gonna figure out a little bit of math right here, so no discouragement. I just gotta speed up your profile. Hit! Nice!
After I hit at 1,000 yards, the adrenaline started to flow and the addiction started to hit me, and I had to go to 1,200. Once I hit 1,200, we had to keep going until we ran out of bullets.
That was a hit. Oh, you hit the right. Hold the right edge of plate, Tim. There's almost no wind. Hit! Woo! Finally.
1,800 yards is just over 1 mile. This is an addiction that's starting for me. I'm probably gonna have to hide my golf clubs and start shooting my rifle.
If you want to see more from behind the scenes or get some exclusive mobile content, connect with us on our website or social media at Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
Spending long hours and countless miles in the Colorado is something I know all too well. But what I don't have any experience with is hunting mule deer in Colorado. With the aid of a good friend and the insight of the Colorado Parks and Wildlife, I'm going into this hunt with a decent amount of confidence.
It's my first time in Colorado, so don't know much of the country, but I'm hiking way up here in the back. Back of this public land. It's kind of some land that is surrounded by some private, but I've got my Onyx maps and just looking through and that, it's like, man, I can get clear up to the main mountainside to where the access is so limited, and the ranches that are around, I'm basically hunting the back sides of those. So.
My plan for this week in Colorado is simple, but there are a few variables that will affect the way I go about the hunt and quite possibly the areas of the game management unit that I'll be focusing on. It's now early November, so the rut is just beginning to kick off and the weather could change at any time. Right now it's sunny and mild, but at these elevations, I could experience freezing rain, wind and snow, or a combination of all three. From my research, I'm hunting a transitional area of the unit between the high mountain summer grounds and the low elevation wintering range along the Colorado River.
Glassing these sagebrush flats where they should be feeding down to in the evenings. The does, I mean, this time of year, it's the first week of November, working into the second week. And, it's not a lot unlike the whitetail rut, where this time of year you hunt travel corridors because of the migration. But because of the rut, if you can find the does, you can find some bucks.
Through my research, I've found that the Colorado Parks and Wildlife offer numerous opportunities for residents and non-residents in terms of tags, with easy-to-understand regulations and affordable tags for the non-resident. Their Parks and Wildlife offer all kinds of quality information for hunters on species, game management units, and more. This leads to quality research material, which in turn leads to higher success rates. The main thing about this is to use the information to your advantage and don't overlook it. Colorado is one of the few states that offer an abundance of over-the-counter elk tags. I've also learned that it has a lot of draw opportunities for deer tags. With a little local knowledge and research, a guy can get into some of the West's finest do-it-yourself hunting opportunities.
Well, just about to lose my life.
Even though it's only been 2 days, it's becoming clearly evident that the bucks I've been seeing are from a local resident herd. And unless a more mature buck works his way down from the higher ground soon, I'm likely to go home empty. The last 2 days have burned by quickly, but there's always tomorrow. At this point in the game, I've got nothing. I've learned over the years, with little exception, that if you keep doing what you're doing, then you'll keep getting what you're getting. And in some people's interpretation, that's what makes you insane.
Looks like one more night of nothing. Saw 2 more little bucks. Just gonna ease on out, nice and quiet. Probably got about another 15 minutes of daylight, but I'm gonna ease down to this little clearing. See if some other bucks hadn't joined these does or something, whatever. No real plan, just you get your hopes up when you know that you're hunting the rut for mule deer and you think you're gonna see a bunch of bucks. So, 2 days of being dashed.
It's never a bad thing to be a little lucky. My buddy Jeff just helped a local landowner get his daughter on her biggest deer ever. And as it turns out, the kids are big fans of the show. I agreed to spend one of my last 2 days helping out at the ranch in trade for 1 morning of hunting on their property. Seemed like a good trade for me, being how Jeff and Eric did all the heavy lifting. All I really had to do was drive around on the quad, entertain the kids, and pull his Icon trail cameras.
Closed captioning provided by Solo Hunter Brand Apparel and the Solo Nation. Boast your brand today and join the Solo Hunter revolution.
Well, here we have it. It's now my last morning in Colorado, and if it doesn't happen by noon, then it doesn't happen at all. The weather is noticeably colder this morning, and it has the makings of a great day for a killing. The big Hefe is lining me out on the property boundaries and getting me familiar with the lay of the land. And then from there, it's all on me. Well, me that is, and a big burly buck. And hopefully from there, a little lady luck.
He's walking away. See if I can get up here and set up. Where's my audio? Running through the trees and I jacked up my mic. I don't know what my problem is, but I have more issues with my audio. Is it recording? Boom, boom. Yeah, it's recording. I hope there was even audio in that shot. He just was kind of just slowly working his way through this grass. And I couldn't get a shot. And when I think I could get a shot, I'd look back and make sure the camera was there, and then he'd walk forward, and I was like, dang it. Because I knew on the viewfinder, all I'm getting is these narrow windows. And it's weird, in these aspen patches, it seems like it's wide open, but where he's at, 150, 200 yards away, it's like wicker basket. And if I move to the left just 2 or 3 feet to get a rest, he's gone, you know, and I can't see him. So snuck up here, finally got him. Narrow window. God, I can't believe that.
Taking such a great deer after 3 days of hard hunting was rewarding, and I'm certainly appreciative to Jeff and his friends for giving me the chance to make it happen. Private landowners are key to ensuring that wild animals thrive in highly pressured areas. In Colorado, the Parks and Wildlife do a great job collaborating with landowners to ensure that preservation of property is rightly considered and managed. Private landowners can be a great resource for residents and non-residents alike to have the opportunity to hunt. It's absolutely key to reciprocate this immense privilege if granted the opportunity to do so.